Okay, so I got fired from my job about 4 months ago, and since then I've been a full-time dropshipper. And these are just kind of my thoughts and kind of just like general, outlooks on how it's been going. So, during the time I got fired, I was probably making like maybe maybe less, maybe like $700 a month dropshipping. And honestly, you feel me? It was like it wasn't bad money. You feel me? Like it's really like I was just learning the ropes and just like learning the skills and stuff like that. So, at the time it felt good, right? I was working my way up to trying to earn, about 1K. That was the main goal, right? But the thing that happened, right? So it was generally so random, right? One day I went to work and my boss was just like, basically we found somebody to replace you, right? And I was just, in fact, like literally, if you're on the channel, you can go like a couple months back. You can literally watch the video. Like it was literally like the day after. And I was just talking. I was like, I was just so surprised. So what happened? I kind of break down, me getting fired or whatever like that. And since then, I've been grinding. Um, right now, I have 4 stores. I'm really running 2 right now. The other 2 are just sitting with like subscriptions or whatever. So, I'm not really running those or whatever. But right, yeah. So, 4 months ago, and now we're in present day. We're in like August. I think that's when we're in like August. So, I've been doing this for about 8 months now. And current day, we're doing 4K a month. But last month we were doing 5K a month, right? So it's solid. You feel me? Like, obviously, I'm gonna be completely transparent, right? Not all that is profit. I'm just be completely transparent. Not all that is profit, right? People sit here and say, "Oh, I'm making 100K. Oh, I'm making 10K, 5K, 6K, 100." You feel me? Like, let's be honest, right? Not all that is profit. You feel me? But it's coming along, right? That's really the big thing. It's coming along. So the biggest challenge for me, specifically since I became full time with dropshipping, is understanding what is the biggest impact things that I could be doing, right? Because like being full time with the online business, there's so much opportunity, but there's so much opportunity to fall behind, right? Because say for instance, right, I noticed this when I first became full time, just that I was spending less time on my business than what I was when I was actually working a job. And the reason is because I didn't have that push, right? When I have a job, I'm like, okay, I need to get this done in a certain amount of time because I have to wake up in the morning and go to work. You feel me? But now that, I wake up and then I work on my business or I go to sleep and work on my business, like I have all that extra time and there's no real push to, speed up what you're doing to really lock in, right? Like if you really want to be successful with your own business and you want to be full time with it, you have to create that push yourself, right? And that's kind of the biggest thing that I was able to, help myself is create that inside push. Like, okay, you need to go do this, right? I don't care what you have to do because this is my full time job. This is my business, right? I'm not gonna eat if I don't, even if I don't work on my business. So that's kind of the mindset shift that I had to kind of implement on myself. That nobody's gonna do this for me. I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna live. I'm not gonna say live, but you feel me? I'm not gonna live the life I want to live, do the things I want to do if I don't work. So there's no excuses, right? Every day is work, 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 work. That's just how it is. You feel me? And I enjoy it, right? Like I said, I was saying to myself the other day, like I genuinely enjoy what I do, bro. Like it literally feels like a video game. Like literally, bro, dropshipping feels like a video game. Like that's probably one of the best ways for me to describe it is like a game. You feel me? Because you're testing out different products. You're running ads. You're wondering why your ads worked, why they didn't work, and then you feel me. The reward is obviously the money, right? And then two, the skills and the knowledge that you're getting. So you're always gaining something just by working. You're gaining the knowledge to even do even better, right? And that's probably one of the biggest things that I kind of fell in love with is that the more I work, the better I get, right? And it's not like I'm working for someone else. Like, oh, I learned this skill, so now I can get a pay increase. Maybe my bosses gave me a pay increase because I learned how to do this special skill. No, bro. I'm making pay for myself. You feel me? I'm learning this skill so I can get some money for myself. You feel me? So that's one of the coolest things about dropshipping or just online, honestly online business in general. The fact that, you know, when you learn different skills, you learn them for yourself so that you can do better for yourself and your business, right? Um, so another big thing that I started to implement and, you know, think about almost every single day is saving, right? People don't understand how important saving is. And when I say saving, I don't mean just, you know, saving in your checking account. No, I mean investing in a stock account, right? That's really where majority of my profits go. It goes to my stock account, right? And the reason is because, yes, I believe in dropshipping. Yes, I believe in e-commerce, right? But at the same time, I'm trying to build a future for myself. I'm not trying to just have this money just sitting in my account. Like, no, that's not the goal. The goal is to build a future, you know? So that's why it's always important to me. Anytime, you know, I make a substantial amount of money, you know, any month, you know, I'm making sure to put away a lot of money in my stock account, right? So that's the goal, just to really build it up and to start building wealth. You feel me? Like, obviously, like a lot of people, especially in the online space, right? You know, the money does come fast. I'm gonna be honest. Like, comparing online money to, you know, jobs, college, you know, from all these other paths, the online money does come fast. But the thing is, a lot of people, they don't really keep their money, right? Because they're, you know, they get a lot of money, they spend a lot of money, and they're just kind of, you know, back to normal at the end of the day, right? But that's why it's so important to just, bro, save your money, bro, and invest it. You know, I don't understand why you shouldn't be investing a lot of your money if you're making a lot, right? You're still able to, do nice things, right? But you're still putting away a lot of money because who knows what happened, right? That's what I'm saying. With e-commerce, bro, like, genuinely, like, I believe in e-commerce, right? I believe e-commerce is the future, but it could not be the future, right? There could be so many other different business paths, but the fact that you have your money invested, you have your money saved, is the fact that at any time that you want, you can just take that money out and be like, okay, let's do this. Let's work on what I gotta do next. You feel me? So that's why it is so important to invest your money, right? Don't just make it, put it in your checkings account, spend it, make more. Like, nah, come on, bro. We're better than that, bro. So that's probably one of the other biggest things that I've been doing. The last thing that I really think about, I feel like I talk about this in like almost all my videos, bro. But it's subscriptions, bro. Subscriptions is literally like, oh my god, like how much can I say this, bro? Subscriptions is changing my life. Like, I literally don't have to do nothing, and I have money coming in. You feel me? It's just a matter of how much. You feel me? That's why you want to get as many subscriptions as you can, because that, you know, that directly affects how much money you're getting from the, you know, subscription revenue every month, right? So anytime from now on, you feel me? Anytime from now on, when I start a store, I'm instantly thinking of what's the subscription, you know, potential, right? I don't start a single store, like current day, I don't start a single store, I don't sell a single product without thinking, how can I charge a subscription for this? You know, so it's just pointless, right? Like, why am I selling something to a customer one time, right? Trying to, like, come on, bro. Like, why not spend $30 on the customer and get them to purchase for 4 times for $25 each? But that's $100 right there from one customer. You feel me? That's like, what was it? I forgot how much I said for the first whatever, but $100 per customer going up to $200, $300. Like, that is the power of subscriptions, right? You can spend $30 and get that single customer, and they could be with you for 5 months, buying every single month, right? So it's so important to run subscriptions, bro, because that's how you're gonna. It's just the easiest way to get rich, bro. Like, at the end of the day, that, in my opinion, that's probably one of the easiest ways to get rich. Find a good product, put a subscription on it, and it start cooking up with your ads. You know, so that's just my take. You feel me? Yeah, that's really just my take. Okay, then the last thing I would say, this kind of like a little obvious one, but the biggest thing that's been helping me so far is delusional self-belief, right? And the reason why I say that, bro, is like, I can't even explain how much in words that I believe in myself. Like, you should be able to believe in yourself like so much that you genuinely cannot care what other people think, right? And for me, I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be honest. I do care what other people think, but I don't think of it in a way like, oh, they don't believe in me. No, I think of it in like, you really don't believe in me? Like, I'm really gonna do this, but you're really doubting me. You know, like, I don't understand like how to, you know, break it down differently. It's like one of those, if you know, you know, right? Like, you really doubted me when the whole time I'm gonna do this, right? And like, Skippy, bro. Like you feel me? I don't know. But that's probably like the last thing I would say. Like I said, bro, we've been doing this for not 4. We've been doing it for about 8 months now. We're doing like 5 to 4K a month. You feel me? Something solid. You feel me? We're aiming bigger, but you know, something a little solid. But yeah, bro, that's gonna end up the video. If I made it this far, I do want to say, get Polaris UGC. If you want to start making like cheap UGC videos for your products, I'll leave a link in the description. Also luxury tools if you want to get into some, you know, like you got like Calidata, Canva, CapCut, like all that stuff in there. You know, you can get that there. And yeah, bro, we're just gonna end up there, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I catch up with you later.